Hey, welcome to a highly anticipated race here in the Super Metroid Map Rando Multicategory tournament. We've got a full best of 3 scheduled between Nevdi and Mo. I am Derp, joined by Saneath. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. First time commentating for the Map Rando. If you might know me from over at the Speedrunners Arena community, so if you're familiar with them, then yeah, you know me from there.
Right. So our game 1 category is going to be Varia plus movement, starting with all those water movement items: ice, high jump, spring ball, and grapple.
So that's going to be kind of interesting because in Map Rando, if I remember correctly, you start in a very specific spot. It has to have Morph Ball somewhere nearby, but after that, like anything is game.
It doesn't necessarily need to be nearby, but it does need to be accessible. We actually see a pretty interesting spawn. We're spawning one room away from our Ridley, which we can survive, but we can't actually deal damage to yet, so I'm gonna need to find charge beam or some more ammo for that, so we get the stream synced up. So this was Mo's pick, if I'm not mistaken. Both of the non-pseudo suit categories got banned. Nevdi banned Metroid's no MB2, and Mo banned no objectives. So our Game 2, Game 3 categories will be the Gravity 9+1, and then just the straightforward double suit, if it comes to it. I would expect that Nevdi probably picks the Gravity 9+1 for Game 2, and then double suit is the decider, if I know these runners, which they both have been around the Map Rando scene, and in Nevdi's case have been around the Rando scene for a long time, so I like to think I know what they're going to do, but we'll see what they show off today.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely know Nevdi. That name has been around for a very hot second. So I can always expect great things from them or him. And I assume Mo being up here and challenging Nevdi either drew a really bad seed or is just as skilled.
Yeah, Mo is someone who really joined the community, like joined the randomizer community as part of Map Rando when that started getting popular a couple years ago. He's very good. Actually, the weekly race that happened earlier got second in a pretty big lobby of like 20-25 players. So we see the Fantoon map or the Wreck Ship map station. So that means the Fantoon is somewhere here in Norfair. I didn't see exactly where the map is, but both runners are going the same direction at the moment, so I assume they know where they're going. It's actually in a pretty awful spot. It's through the it's like at the top half of West Ocean through the cubby. So Fantoon's going to be one of the left doors, or one of the right doors at the top. I know my left and right, I swear.
It happens to the best of us. Oh, so we had a quick reset on Mo's side after, checking the end of Wreck Ship here.
Yeah, I ran into a missile door. They don't have any missiles yet. Nevdi did opt to scout the item in the maze and found Space Jump, so...
ooh, that might be worth it.
Worth noting, I have to yell at NN, even though NN's done all the tracking for this tournament, basically, but the runners do have Spring Ball, currently not Space Jump. So if anyone's confused how Nevdi had Space Jump tracked and it showed up there, that is how. Big shout out to NN, though. Like I said, I make fun of him, but NN has done so much work tracking for this tournament. We are very grateful.
This is kind of an interesting room to have to go through with no E-tanks and just ice into Metroid 2, I believe.
I think this was room 3. It is in logic with that ice beam, and again, starting with the ice beam means it is available from the start. So very possible that this is the route they need to go. This room is also in logic because you can do this gravity jump. Or, I actually don't know if this is in logic. It should be with high jump. Yeah, there we go. Mo doesn't even need to do the grav jump through the door.
There's the morph ball.
Yeah, there's the morph. Looks like Nevdi also went through this. I didn't see. He was a couple rooms ahead, and see, they're going to get a high five now. Nevdi carrying that morph ball, and Mo about to get it.
So with that morph ball, I would head back to wreck ship and go into alpha missiles, and just see where my path takes me from there. What about you?
Sorry, repeat that.
If having this morph ball, I'd go all the way back to wreck ship, go through the door that takes me into the alpha missile area in Criteria, and just see kind of where I can go from there.
It's not a terrible idea. That is pretty far away. You're talking about the construction zone that was over by West Ocean.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible idea. There's another morph tunnel right here in Mount Everest. You're gonna see Nevdi go to it. I imagine Mo does the same. Because we're still really looking for ammo. There's interesting thing to find.
Yeah.
Well,
at least we know where the end of the game is now.
Yeah, we've seen Ridley, Fantoon, or not Fantoon, but we've seen the wreck ship save, so we know Fantoon is here. And now we've seen Motherbrain. So this area is pretty stacked on bosses. We just need a way to fight all of them.
Yeah, we just need to find Kraden Ridley, or not Ridley, I'm sorry, Dragon.
As you said, Nevdi and it looks like Mo are both heading back to this area. Gonna check this item here first before going through the construction zone. Bombs are a nice find.
Yeah, super nice find. Mo's right behind Nevdi, about to get those bombs as well.
Yeah, if they want to keep directly following logic, I believe there's an item check that opens up because they have seen wreck ship main shaft. So if they want to backtrack all the way there, I don't know exactly where it is relative to where they are. Looks like it's too far for Nevdi, so he's just checking out some other things.
Yeah, I don't blame this play. Oh, that's behind Motherbrain, so that's a non-play.
Yeah, Mo actually realizing that is how Motherbrain connects and is not going to bother with it, so going to pull into a slight lead. So both runners have basically done the same things as each other so far.
Sure. Yeah, and that's a missile door, so we definitely can't go left.
Yeah, still looking for those missiles. You definitely hate to be missing your ammo for this long in the seed. But some of these seeds can be kind of mean. Again, the game has to put all of the, your morph and all of your ammo types. It has to be accessible very early, but it doesn't have to be very close. So there can be a lot of back and forth required to get them. Looks like we're headed on to another item check here, though.
Yeah, this is the one you were talking about where they have to do a little bit of backtracking. That's a nice little super missile. Now, you'll have to remind me with this. This is not door color, so that super missile could open that missile door.
Correct. And we have seen a lot of missile doors, so Mo is first going to check out this new area that's accessible to him with those bombs and that super missile, as it turns out.
Forgotten Highway in Map Rando, always in here.
Yeah, this room actually isn't too bad. It's a little bit annoying to get back with this equipment. No gravity and no power bombs. But we are now behind the Ridley that we found at the beginning. So we'll see what's over here in Plasma Spark room. A lot of doors to check, and with high jump we can check all of them, including the one in the water. Nevdi, meanwhile, actually stayed here in Wreckship Main Shaft. Tried to check the bottom portal, but could not progress.
So Mo found some regular missiles behind this area and is now backtracking. I think you're right saying that Mo is kind of pulling ahead, getting some items, getting some knowledge. This looks like it's going to be either a drop or a hot room. It's a drop.
Yeah, that caution tape is specifically for if there's a hazard on the other side of the door. So that is either a drop, or the one specific case is that it could lead into the blue hoppers from Turian, because those jump at the door right when it opens, essentially. So Mo smartly, I think he already saw the hopper room, actually, so knew that it was going to be a drop, checked the door accordingly, and did not want to do the dive into that ice hallway. So it's now going to be going back, probably towards Fantoon. Once you've got those missiles, it makes the Fantoon fight a lot nicer. And Nevdi, meanwhile,
found ground. Yeah.
finds another boss.
So this is probably going to be a really quick seed with 3 bosses literally right here. We just need the 4th.
Yeah, it is looking that way. Again, it really just depends on how quickly we can find equipment to kill Mother Brain and Ridley. There's even more missiles here, so Nevdi, well, there's something for
there
it.
It is. And a speed booster. We're styling now.
Yep, technically the only thing we need now is health. We need 300 health in total to survive the Rainbow Beam for Mother Brain. You definitely don't want to finish the game on a charge ice, though.
Yeah, that's no bueno. I mean, I'm sure these players can do it. I'm going to keep looking for more beams or more ammo. We got a Spazer in the sky, though.
Yeah, that's going to make things a lot nicer. Again, we just really need more health at this point. Looks like this room here is going to be Fantoon. Here in the cubby. Fantoon likes to hide here.
Yeah, I've seen him hide here a couple of times myself, and it's annoying.
Yeah, Nevdi very grateful that he found those missiles. Not going to have to do a 5 super Fantoon fight, which isn't too dangerous if you know how to avoid the enrage attack, but is very slow. Yeah, we did end up with another lead change as Mo did a little bit more exploration over past the Forgotten Highway maze, while Nevdi just turned around immediately and went back to the map towards Fantoon.
Yeah, it just kind of goes to show that there really is no right choice when it comes to routing. We were talking about Mo pulling ahead, but now it kind of looks like Nevdi is in a good position finding all 4 of the bosses. Or, I'm sorry, only 3 of the 4. We haven't found Dragon yet.
Yeah, we're only missing Dragon. Like you said, a really fast opening. It's also been fairly linear. A lot of required back and forth. Nice kill by Nevdi there. Got that Doppler in at the last round. Mo is probably going to have a bit faster of a Fantoon fight, it's worth noting, with that 10 missiles. Going to be a lot more comfortable than the 5 that Nevdi had.
Yep. We gotta love almost side by side. Goes for the most fights.
Nevdi going to take this route back to the map. Thought about blinding that door, but I don't know if that would be the move when you just have straight access to the map right here. Alright, so what else does Norfair hide? We've seen a lot of it. There's knee tank. There's a lot of portals, actually. There's 4 area portals. 5, because there's 2 Turian portals.
No Dragon, though, so we're gonna have to go looking elsewhere.
Yeah, no Dragon, only 1 Hollow. Only 1 E-Tank. And Nevdi is very comfortable in situations like this. I fully expect Nevdi to not totally just skip majors and X's, but mainly just focus on hollows and not go for any far items. Because, again, the only thing we need is energy tanks, as long as we can comfortably do these Mother Brain and Ridley fights. So I'm interested to see exactly how they play it out. I think Nevdi is going to be a lot more aggressive in skipping items. We'll see if Mo does the same, and if it pays off. And as chat pointing out, there are 4 different areas we can go to. Only 1 boss left, so... You thought the 50-50s were bad. This is a full 1 in 4 to find the boss that we need to go the right way.
Nevdi did try to do a green gate glitch there, but unfortunately only got 5 super missiles, and that wasn't enough to make the door go up.
Yeah, you might just want to reset, get the super refilled at the save he took by the farm. I might be
Was that
inclined to go for
before
that.
or after the boss, though?
It was after the boss, I believe. I think he took the save on his way back. Looks like they're just gonna go this way instead. We'll see if Mo does the same. Mo is also gonna take this save.
Yeah, 2 supers in a save. That's a pretty good super save, just in case. Nevdi hasn't been over here yet, so I think this is just more exploring where Mo already knows what's over here.
Yeah, but Nevdi gets to explore it with the map knowledge, so it's going to be a little bit nicer. And he knows that there is one accessible area portal over here at Burin. I think this is the only other accessible one. There was the Turian one through the gate glitch that Nevdi didn't get, and then this here, because the other 3 are all powerbomb locked, if I'm not mistaken. So that makes this decision a little bit better. The fact that it's not just a true 1 in 4, it's only a 1 in 2, really. At least until we find those power bombs. Not gonna be there. Looks like Mo is following suit. He didn't even go for those gate glitches. Which I don't think they're actually in logic with this few supers and no directly adjacent farm.
Mm-hmm. I almost don't blame him too, because I mean, 2 to now 3 super missiles, trying to get that green gate glitch on the first try is no bueno.
And Nevdi wishing he had 3 supers right now, finding a green door that seems to lead towards the map.
Yeah, let's see if Mo gets over there. Oh, got a super missile drop, but didn't get it.
Nevdi blocked on both sides. There are a lot of ammo doors here in Brinstar. So Nevdi's gonna have to go back and farm for some supers.
Mo realizing that Mission Impossible here is, 2 doors on the same side, can just go check the item without having to fight the hopper.
Yeah, we saw Nevdi check that as well. I'm not going to check the top door. It makes sense since there's a higher priority green door to open.
Yep.
I didn't see how Mo ended up here.
This was... there's a green door that is the Spospo room right before Spospo. And then a green door that leads up, and now we're here. Nevdi's in the room that leads to where Mo is.
Farming for supers, not going to go through that super door. It's like the 4th super door in this area, but means he'll miss out on an E-tank, which, as I've been saying, E-tanks are really valuable right here, given that it's all we need to finish the game.
Mm-hmm. Well, we need that. We need Dragon. Like, where the heck is this freaking shrimp?
I mean, there's a lot of ground to cover. All of the other bosses were all hanging out together. Dragon's the outcast, hiding somewhere unknown. It's a big world.
Like a nomad.
And this is a great room for Nevdi to find, just because there's the cack attacks. Get that guaranteed super drops.
Yeah. Mo's right on Nevdi's heels too. Like, this has been a pretty close race as far as routing decisions.
Yeah, Mo entering the area with more supers didn't have to do all of that backtracking that Nevdi did, and has an E-tank for his troubles, which Nevdi was not able to grab. There's a criteria.
So this is a good note to know, like, where you're going once you fight Mother Brain.
Yeah, it's just right next. It's literally one room off of Brinstar. Of course, the map is this way, and we are blocked by a powerbomb door. But it looks like both runners are going to explore criteria, and just like that, we're basically synced up.
Ah, love that Shine Spark kill.
I don't know if it was intentional, but it was very cool.
Ooh, nice E-Tank reward here, Old Mother Brain.
Yep, that's 2 for Mo. Only needs 1 more, technically. Might get it right here.
Yep, E-Tank and X-Ray.
Okay. It's looking pretty interesting. We're still looking for power bombs. We haven't really talked about it. You technically don't need power bombs to beat the game, but you definitely want to have power bombs. There have been a lot of yellow doors that are blocking our path, and there's a good chance they're blocking the way to Dragon as well.
I mean, there is one place that power bombs are required, and that's the big hopper room by the PBs of Shame.
Well, we've got another point of divergence here. Nevdi gonna use these bombs to... Oh, never mind. Mo is also gonna do this.
Yeah, I think Mo was trying to do a short charge to fly through here instead of just doing a space jump.
Okay, worth noting, this is not in logic. You need 15 supers to get back, and it is just a missile. So, Nevdi gonna reset it. Mo might pick it up. Nope.
Nope. Reset. So yeah, this is just to recap. This is game 1 of 3. So it's best of 3. If we only get a game 3, if we go 1-1 on the first 2.
All 3 games are scheduled for tonight, so we will potentially get a full back-to-back-to-back if the series demands it. And this is a room we like to see.
Some supers right there. I've picked those up in a heartbeat. Oh, and some supers right here too.
Yeah, the runner's going to be happy to see those.
Or no, it was missile and super, not. Still, I'll take both.
Well, there's another super here at the top item. So 2 supers and a missile here in Big Pink. No power bombs, and as you can see, there's actually a power bomb blocking the map because it is the bottom left door towards Waterway in the vanilla game. So we're still looking for those power bombs, and it's looking like we're gonna need to find them at some point. Every other door here in Big Pink is in logic, though. Actually, hold on. Can they get back?
They got 15 now.
Yeah, I mean, can they get back to Red Tower? I don't know if they can. I think both runners might be stuck.
Well, we'll have to see if they get lucky or if they're going to be soft locked.
Oh, man. I think both runners have a... Well, they have the save at the ship, so they're... Yeah, both saves are in the same spot.
Yeah. So it's now just a matter of who's going to backtrack first.
Yeah, Nevdi went through that other left door, really hoping that that would hook down and go back into Red Tower, but it did not. It was just a save, so to Nevdi's knowledge, this is a soft lock.
Mo found Red Tower.
Yeah, we actually saw Nevdi find it, but through the power bomb blocks, so couldn't really access it. But Mo going through the Spore Spawn exit in Big Pink. Now able to do a lot more. But that might be a curse, given that if we don't find power bombs, we're still stuck over here. We're back in Criteria. There is a map, though.
We like maps.
Do like maps. Haven't found very many of them in this seed. Looks like Nevdi's gonna do the same thing. He knows that this links to Red Tower, actually. He's been paying attention.
Yeah, I'm probably hoping that this bails out, being soft locked over here. Or maybe thinking that, where else would you go?
Yeah, I'm not totally sure what the logic wants you to do.
Missile at the top of this area here.
That's definitely not what you want.
And
There's
a third missile.
Goodness.
Yikes.
Okay, so Mo cannot get back from this room if he keeps going. It is worth noting.
Yeah, we're thinking about it.
He's gonna grab these items, but even more missiles coming through.
Are we leaving? We going?
Well, there's a good chance this leads across 2 Spore Spawn, and he'll be able to get up that way. And it looks like that's what Mo is gonna bet on. Does find that map at least, so we'll see how this helps us.
Ooh, very nice map.
Well,
oh, we found.
Here's
Dragon.
the good news. There's Dragon. There's also a major here that's fairly accessible. Looks like Mo, or we'll see. I would imagine Mo is just going to grab that right now.
Yeah.
Nevdi's actually up where Dragon is, so if Nevdi blinds into Dragon.
Plasma.
That plasma beam is huge, by the way. That's such a big firepower upgrade for these later bosses, which is really good when we're doing a Varia 3 tank for both of them, potentially. And yeah, if Mo finds a way back, might not even need power bombs to beat the Seed, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, I mean, you were saying there's not a lot of doors that you actually need power bombs, but we definitely can't go that way.
Yeah, I think... Is there a way that Mo can go?
Oh, this is a spicy thought. Going this way past the rollers?
I mean, it's our only way out. So, we'll see if it leads to where we need to go. I don't know if Mo got a good look at what was over here or not.
That looks like an exit.
I don't know. Okay, so this is leading somewhere.
Yeah, this is leading past jail. So you have the item above jail and jail itself.
Another super though.
You can go down.
Can go down. I'd like Mo to look at the map so we can see what else this connects to. Looks like it's just a save though.
Ugh. Well, an item as well.
This is an X.
We're gonna turn
is
around.
This a power bomb? It is. Okay, Mo saved.
That's a huge find for Mo. And this is going to come down to how spicy do you want to be? Because you're down here trying to find your way back out. No power bombs. How deep do you go before you just reset back to the ship?
Yeah, and I've been saying it this whole time, but I think Mo, he knows the situation he's in, who he's playing against. I think Mo is just fully considering this go mode. You're going to fight Dragon and then head back to Norfair and get the rest of the bosses out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mo definitely has a good advantage now, knowing where all 4 bosses are and Mother Brain. Has all 3 E-Tanks needed to fight Mother Brain. Has Plasma to fight Mother Brain. Like, we're in a really good spot.
I don't know if I'd call this a really good spot, but you're not gonna win the race by trying to find a better situation. Like, this is enough, and you have to be able to execute in scenes like this. And I think that's why a lot of high-level players like these categories, the 2 double suit or the 2 pseudo double suit categories, is they are very skill-based like that, where it rewards being able to do things like this and just end the game on a pretty low loadout.
Nevdi's about to find those power bombs as well, so this is going to be a little bit of a catch-up here to see if Nevdi can get caught up with Mo.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward, though. Nevdi still needs another tank, and I'm not totally sure where he's going to get it. I don't know if there's one on path.
Nevdi immediately saving, taking advice from chat there.
Yeah, I didn't see if Mo took that save or not.
I don't think I've seen Mo take another save quite yet. So this is kind of going to be a gamble at 171 on the Dragon fight, but charge with X-Ray should make this shrimp go down pretty quickly.
Yeah, has the full microwave combo, plus the ice beam to do a little bit more damage. It's actually really hard to do a 1-round microwave with just plasma and charge, but with the ice, it's a lot easier. See if Mo's able to get it. Nicely done.
Yep, nice. Now, do you check this item right behind Dragon, or you just leave?
I don't think so.
Or no, there's no item right here. That's right. It's a random room.
Yeah, well, there is an item a couple rooms away to the right, but that requires getting up to the right, which is pretty time-consuming, and you see Mo is not going to bother with it.
Mm-hmm.
The runners do know where Ridley is. The runners do know where Mother Brain is, to answer chat. Both of those are accessible currently.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I like to do shout outs around 30 minutes. You know, make sure you're following these runners that are giving us a really cool race here. Nevdi and Mo, go to their channels and give them a good follow if you're not already. You can follow the trackers and speed gaming as well. And I don't know if you do anything, Derp, but I definitely stream.
I mean, I stream occasionally. I stream my races. That's basically it. Nevdi doing, trying to get up here, up the aqueduct. Just trying to do a snail climb, but that snail wouldn't stop for him, so he's now going to have to do this grapple jump. But all this time wasted is time that Mo is pulling ahead and getting very close to the end of the game. Okay, Nevdi's just going to spark up. Do the easier strat. There we go. Yeah, Mo needs to get back to Norfair. I don't know exactly what the fastest path back to Norfair here is. But Mo is just backtracking the way he came, essentially. There's no need to get the Bryn map, because we already know everything we need to know. We know all the bosses and the ship. And the short path through Brinstar we'll have to take to get to the ship is not going to be a huge deal. Nice
chat
speedball
noting.
here.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it was a nice, nice speedball. Go ahead.
Chat noting how well Mo is really playing right now in this first of best of three, and you really need to when you're playing, you know, against anyone in this tournament. Doesn't have to be Nevdi. You know, you really want to play at your best and do your best. So even if you lose, you can walk away and say, you know what, I tried my best and we did what we did.
Yeah, Mo is playing really well. Technically the lower seed in this tournament, or in this race. Nevdi is the 6th seed in the tournament. Mo is the 11th.
Mm.
So this would definitely be a pretty significant upset. Obviously, we're already at the point in the tournament where all of the players are really close who have made it this far in the upper bracket.
Mm-hmm.
But this would be a big win for Mo, who has been doing a lot of map rando recently, and this would be a huge win. Nevdi did actually come over here to get this X, it looks like. Or potentially this Croc. This might be an E-Tank back here. If Nevdi's doing this. I don't really see why else he would. Because remember, Mo blinded into that other E-Tank that Nevdi didn't because it was through a super door.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is the cost of Nevdi not refilling the supers before leaving Norfair.
Mm-hmm.
This is what he has to do to finish the game. Because there's no other accessible tanks. This was the closest one.
Well, we got Ridley fight over on Mo's screen. Let's see how this fight goes.
Yeah, interesting using the supers to open the fight. Most people like to save super missiles for the end. When Ridley starts getting enraged and moving faster.
Mm-hmm.
But Mo still has 10 left. Looks like he is saving those for the final shots. Needs, I think, 4 more charge shots before he can shoot those supers. Ridley
I
does
still
hurt.
don't understand the Ridley script. I don't know.
I've been playing this game for a long time, and I don't fully understand the Ridley AI either.
Oh, 21?
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oof. A little bit scary. Mo is going to have to refill those supers, which is a little bit annoying, but the important thing is we got through the Ridley. That was a A very scary grab.
Yeah, that was a little much, but we got the health drop, the health bomb drop for being so low. So back to 200-ish.
I would have liked to see Mo grab those supers, but of course gets 3 more super drops. What in the world?
We're getting really nice drops on Mo's side.
Yeah, I also would have liked to see Mo save. Might take the save over by West Ocean.
There's got to be a little bit of nerves going in, especially knowing that you're the lower seed and, you know, you bump into, or you blind into early E-tanks, you blind into, you know, all these bosses really close together, and you find, like, what you found where you found it. You got to think that your opponent is finding the exact same things, and, you know, if they're a higher seed, they got a better skill level than you, so...
Right, decent farm there for Mo. Mainly just making sure the health was full, but also got a decent amount of supers here for the fight.
And there's your save that you're thinking about.
Yeah, the save right below Mother Brain, so good heads up play by Mo, remembering that was there. And to Mother Brain we go, 35 minutes in. Not going to be the fastest seed we've seen in this tournament, but it's going to be very fast. Probably sub 40 if Mo is able to close this out with a clean fight. We'll see how much ammo, or what distribution of ammo he uses on Mother Brain 1. Looked like he opted for 18 and 3. There's a few different combination of missiles and supers to do an optimal MB1. I've always been partial to doing 14 and 4, but 18 and 3 minimizes your super count while also minimizing the number of shots you have to do in total.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mother Brain's attacks will do double damage from what you're used to with just the various suits, so most of these attacks will... You see, one onion ring did 40 damage to Mo. If he got hit by multiple of those, that was a full reset.
Yep. It's a good thing we have a save that's basically right here with a small farm, so...
Yeah, these bombs will take out Mo at this point. The French fry. The ketchup will definitely do it.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like Mo is through.
Yep, so here comes Mother Brain Phase 2.
Well, that was Phase 2. Fortunately,
oh, yeah,
Rando, we are skipping Phase 3. So, now it is just up to the escape.
Yep, and Mo did a quick map check there at the end just to double check what route he needs to go in order to get to the ship. We have found the ship already. Nevdi's fighting Ridley on the other side now that we've got the 3 A-tanks to end the game for Nevdi.
Alright, 2-minute escape. It's a little bit awkward. We have to go like to the other side of Norfair, back to the Bryn portal we found earlier. And then take that to the left Criteria portal in Bryn, which will take us straight to the ship, if you remember. Literally just connects to the top right of landing site. But it's a bit out of the way. Fortunately, we do have all the items, so Mo can finally move through these gravity rooms a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it is through this door here on the bottom right, through the bomb blocks. Because we have to get to a plasma spark room, and then the bottom 2 doors there lead to Ice Hallway, which leads to Bryn.
Yeah.
It also has to be said that Nevdi did not play the seed poorly at all, other than the one mistake with ammo management, and that one mistake, because of how short and how linear the seed was, is basically costing him everything. Mo really gamed in the seed, and really cool to see from the underdog in the series.
Yeah, we'll have to see how Game 2 comes up here. Nevdi could come from behind and force a Game 3. I mean, it's very possible with Nevdi's skill. We'll have to definitely see.
So Criteria is just down this way. This is a lot of time for the escape. I'm kind of surprised it's so long. Like, obviously the timer gives you a lot of leeway, but I feel like this was a surprising amount of leeway for how short the escape actually was. But either way, Mo is going to finish with an official time of 39:01. Nevdi just starting Mother Brain. Looks like he'll be finishing it out. Only a couple minutes away from the end, so makes sense there to close out the race.
Yeah. And I mean, as we're seeing, this was actually very close. We're only separated by a Mother Brain fight and an escape, and that's it.
Yeah, gonna be like 2.5 minutes apart, which is not long at all. Yeah, Nevdi actually did make up a little bit of time at the end. Didn't have to refill after Ridley, was able to execute the fight a lot better without losing as much health. Yeah, the runners asking each other where they got power bombs. Funny enough, they both did the same out of logic check to get those PBs.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if there weren't power bombs there, if both runners had to full reset and find them somewhere else, this could have been a lot different of a race. Obviously, there was the X behind Dragon that probably would have bailed them out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say, but it could have been a much longer seed trying to find the power bombs. So to answer chat, there was an early E-Tank and ammo management that Nevdi unfortunately just couldn't get to. That made the difference here.
Yeah, once we finally got out of this Norfair, which took up most of the early game, and into Brinstar to find our power bombs and Dragon, Nevdi entered Bryn with fewer supers and ended up running out going down the correct path, had to come back and refill, while Mo came in with much more supers. Was actually able to find another E-Tank, which was really useful because Nevdi had to go out of his way for a third tank, and was able to pull ahead from there. Both owners really did the same things outside of that, almost exactly. So it was really just that one moment.
Yeah, and as chat is answering themselves, Mo ended up picking this one. Nevdi picks the next one, I'm guessing?
Yep, Nevdi will make the second pick. Like I said at the beginning, I expect it will be the Gravity 9+1 category, because I know Nevdi really likes that category. But we will see. Nevdi went the wrong way for a second there, but is on the right path now.
Got a little confused, but we're good.
There we go. He's on the right path now. Apparently Mo's pause time, I didn't see, but it was less than a minute. That is actually kind of crazy. I did not see exactly how much it was. But that is really good.
Yeah, 57 seconds.
Oh my goodness. Nevdi going to finish in second with an official time of 42:30. So about 3.5 minutes apart. Was the
very close race.
Escape. Welcome back. Game 2 of the best of 3 between Nevdi and Mo. This is now Nevdi's category pick. Decided to pick double suit, despite what I was hyping up earlier about him picking the Gravity 9+1.
How dare
Classic.
you? I'm joking, by the way.
Well, it can't be right all the time, unfortunately. So we're getting started in just a second.
So just a quick recap. Mo took the first game in the previous there, and now we're on to game 2. Looks like we're starting at the top of Upper Norfair, and we get to make sure that the streams are synced up, and we'll be on the way very soon.
Yep, so we're headed down Red Tower elevator. Looks like we are... was just explaining to me how to sync the stream, and I immediately forgot. I'm very smart. But this is double suit, so pretty self-explanatory how it works. You start with both of the suits. And so a lot of things are accessible to you early. A lot of people don't really like this category as much because of that.
I'm kind of wondering if Nevdi purposely picked this to kind of throw Mo off his game.
Yeah, I wonder. Sorry, I was looking at other things. We also do have a new tracker for Game 2. The Divine, who I believe is in Twitch chat with y'all. So, I think this is his first time tracking for this tournament as well.
Ooh, that's
always
exciting.
good to get new helpers, take some load off of NN, who's, again, been doing so much.
And by the way, my name is Syneth. I'm also new to this tournament as far as doing comms, but I'm not new to doing comms. You might know me from other places as well.
Alright, still looking for that morph. We found Red Tower Elevator, and now we found Green Barin Elevator. But still lacking in the morph ball.
Yeah, we're finding a lot of different things here, but just not anything that we want to do.
Yeah, I found that super pack. Nevdi got that earlier. Mo got it just now. That's gonna help, but still looking for a morph ball, and I haven't even seen a missile door, I don't think. Looks like there's one up here. Nevdi remembered it. But yeah, we actually knew that led to the statue in Lower Norfair.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of statue, Mo has found his way to Criteria in the G4 statue room, but not going to continue. Getting the item in double chamber is pretty difficult. It requires a hypo jump off of a spike, and without morph ball, if you fall through those fake spikes into the morph tunnel below, you are soft locked. So Mo not going to bother with that. I didn't see what item... Actually, I did see what item Nevdi got. This was Speed Booster, I believe. That's going to be nice, but it is still not morph. Mo is now headed that way as well. We see an out-of-logic missile. Nevdi not going to bother with it. We still haven't seen a save. So... going for that missile and missing would essentially reset us back to 0 after 3 minutes of progress.
Mm-hmm.
So Nevdi not going to take that risk. We'll see if Mo feels the same way. Yeah, we are still hunting for the progression. Did you see anywhere that speed would open up? I don't think they've seen anything.
Yeah, I really haven't.
Yeah. Okay, looks like here's a place. Through this Bosswoon E-Tank. We can't get the item, but with gravity and speed, we can go through it. And I'm kind of surprised Nevdi didn't. I wonder what Nevdi's thinking. Just gonna take the safety save, it looks like. We actually did see the save earlier. I missed it.
Yep, definitely taking that safety save. So we gotta do a short charge to get through these blocks, which for players of this skill level, not hard.
Yeah, they're gonna do that no problem. I assume Mo won't have any trouble either. But does need to make his way to that Bosswoon E-Tank room. Still checking out other places. Actually taking off the speed booster at the moment just for some nicer movement. Your speed booster actually affects your speed through lava like this. It makes it slower. So Mo actually turned it off to get through that room safer. And is now going to turn it back on to get through Aqueduct. Or not Aqueduct, Bosswoon E-Tank. Speaking of Bosswoon, we find it right here. Nevdi not going to bother with that.
This is going to be a pretty interesting seed too. Last seed we had basically all the bosses grouped together except for Dragon. This one we haven't seen any boss rooms. I don't think so. Anyways.
Yeah, it was a very linear seed too. The last one. This one looking like it has a little bit more variance. Although both runners still on relatively the same path. Yeah, we saw the same 3 areas from both runners. 3 areas in that last seed just fully unexplored. I highly doubt that'll happen 2 seeds in a row, but we'll see.
Right.
It's still early goings.
Yeah, last seed, I wouldn't say it came down to exploration. It came down to ammo management as far as how Mo got ahead.
Yeah, the one lapse in ammo management from Nevdi, which it is worth noting is a pretty rare mistake from somebody who has this much rando experience, but really cost him a lot in that last race. Mm-hmm. And I imagine, again, Nevdi's experience and the fact that it's now fresh on his mind might be a little bit more... He might actually overcorrect and do a lot more ammo management than before. And you're kind of seeing the results of that already. Now it's Mo who's running around with no supers. Mm-hmm. And Nevdi who's going to be able to go through this missile door. Well, once he finds it. He's currently in a different location. Actually, Nevdi had already gone through that missile door, if I'm seeing the map correctly. I didn't see what was over there. The grapple is nice. I don't know what it gets us, though.
Yeah, there's still not a whole lot that I can remember that we can really do. I mean, obviously, it's really open. We still got to find Morph Ball, but we're just not finding the progression right now.
So, if I'm not mistaken, having grapple and double suits puts Dragon in logic, so that could be lurking just around the corner somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if that's the case or not. I think that was the last door over here in Wreckship Main Shaft that Nevdi could do, and it is, of course, locked by a power bomb.
So do you think we're going to have power bombs haunt us again?
It could happen. We gotta get our Morph Ball first, though, before we can really start thinking about power bombs. We don't even have that at the moment.
Yeah, definitely can't use power bombs without the Morph Ball.
It will be difficult.
As far as exploration knowledge, I believe Nevdi is slightly ahead on Mo here, but otherwise, you know, it's anyone's race when it comes down to finding that Morph Ball and then finding where you go after that, because I feel like Morph Ball is going to really open up the seed.
Well, where to go now? Nevdi is back in the green Brinstar shaft. Don't know exactly what's open to us, though. Have we just not seen up here? Oh, no, this was, Criteria. Oh, you know what? Here's where our grapple is used for. It gets us across to the item in Double Chamber.
Oh, that's right.
This might be Morph right here, if I had to guess.
There it is.
There it is. Okay. So that lets us progress here in Criteria, and there's probably a couple other spots early on that we could go back to, but you see Nevdi's just going to follow the most direct path that's right in front of him.
So imagine if one of them had taken the gamble and gone, well, I mean, Nevdi only got it for the first time there, but if Mo had taken the gamble and gotten the Morph Ball really early there, oof.
Yeah, I mean, it's very tricky. It's not just a gamble to get across. You also have to execute the frame perfect, 2 pixel perfect, I believe, wall jump.
Oh, that's easy for you racers. No, I'm joking.
Well, if it's easy for someone, I would like to know who and how they are able to do it so consistently. But either way, Nevdi's gotten that Morph Ball. Mo seems to be not far behind. Gonna do a spark partially up green shaft to get back up to Criteria.
Yeah, and like I was saying earlier, this is I still think this is going to be a close race because that morph ball just kind of opened up the seed. We have so many different places that you can go. We haven't found any bosses yet.
Yep, here's our first map right here. So Nevdi was able to grab a missile pack. I was gonna say, if this is a Fantoon map and Fantoon was at the top, that would make the Fantoon fight a lot nicer for Nevdi. But not looking that way. There is a major to the top right of Criteria that is accessible. I imagine we'll see Nevdi go for that.
We did find the ship though, so we know how to escape.
That is big. There are a lot of tanks here as well, but unfortunately they're all powerbomb locked. There was an X over at Crocomire in the bottom right of this area. I wonder if we see... If this is like a charge beam up here, I wonder if we see Nevdi just go straight for that. Mo, meanwhile, actually backtracked, took that morph ball and is headed somewhere else. I wonder where.
Ooh, nice wave beam.
Yeah, not the beam we wanted, but definitely not a bad find. Mo going over to the impressive room over here. Another place accessible with morph, but the powerbomb block at the bottom of Ice Hallway will stop him in his tracks there.
Mm-hmm.
So probably going to see Mo go back to Criteria. Going to grab this E-Tank though, so going to have that advantage over Nevdi at least. We'll see what else is available over here. Doesn't look like there's anything else in Criteria we can do. It's the only thing is the Croc fight, which is not in logic with this little ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Nevdi is not going to bother with it. Just going to head out. But I wonder if that is our logical power bomb, and there's just a little bit more ammo available in other places.
But do you take that risk?
I mean, it's not that much of a risk. Crocomire is probably not going to kill you with as much ammo, but it might be annoying, especially if you're not practiced with the optimal farming from the Crocomire flame pellets. Nevdi is not going to take that risk. We know that for sure. But I'm not really sure where else to go, is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also not totally sure what Mo is doing over here. He's already gotten this major. I wonder if he forgot he already picked it up.
Yeah, it's even not marked on the map anymore, so couldn't tell you what Mo's doing over here.
Yeah, a little bit of a brain fart, I would say.
I don't blame players for accidentally choosing wrong doors and going wrong directions in map Rando.
Yeah,
Trying to keep this all
beam
straight in your head.
Found, by the way.
I know that it was the first beam found before wave.
This must have been somewhere in Criteria. Mo hasn't checked out anything in Criteria past Morph, so... Yeah, it was in Big Pink, apparently. That makes sense.
There you go.
That was in Criteria. Well, we're here at the bottom of Green Elevator Shaft. Gets us an item here at the Edikun Power Bombs.
Is it power bombs though?
No. It's just a missile. I wonder if... I don't think that was the one Nevdi grabbed. Actually, no, we know the one Nevdi grabbed because that was also in Big Pink.
Yeah, Nevdi's about to come find these missiles.
Yep. Also going to be able to get through the pre-Batoon hallway with the speed booster.
Nice spring ball there at the top of Edikun's.
Yeah, Nevdi actually, with that ice beam, is going to do this clip here to try to get to this map early out of logic. That looks too high. There's like a very small... You can see the texture on the wall. It's like green rocks. There's a very small rock, and you want to freeze the hopper right above that rock, or right above being lined up with that rock, if that makes sense. So like the top of the hopper is right above it. So Nevdi's actually trying it a little bit too low. That one was actually too high. This trick is a lot easier with X-Ray, because you can use X-Ray to go into a standing position, and then
we got it.
Flip through the blocks there. But Nevdi does get it. Gets that spring ball and this map. Both going to be really big. I don't see...
Not even bosses, just...
There's a pretty big chain of majors over through whatever that room was next to the save.
Yeah, I see that. Is that a mother brain? No.
No. Yeah, 3 majors at least over there. It does require going through key hunters, and we can't get one of the majors because we don't have bombs.
Now I'm wondering if those rooms are gauntlet, like the they segment them off like that.
So in the like map random map changes, rooms like gauntlets are the room is like serrated almost, like they're covered in the half lines to show that there's several walls to get through, essentially. Looks like Nevdi's not going to bother with those majors yet, at least not without bombs to guarantee you can get all 3. Instead, going to go down to Meridia, which is different from where Mo is, who's currently found his way into Rex Ship. That is a far Meridia map. I didn't see if the ship map is closer. Looks like it is, though, as Mo has already made it there. To answer chat.
Let's see what Rex Ship map is going to hold for us.
Some more majors. There is an accessible X. And there's a boss at the bottom. Is there? Didn't see it.
I saw a boss at the top.
No, what you saw... That's actually kind of insane. You saw both of the ammo and missile refills. They're both back to back. That's insane, actually. I saw it and I didn't process it. That's wild.
It does look just like a boss room, though.
It kind of does. All right, Nevdi in Meridia in a very long descent towards the map.
So, are all the bosses grouped together, just not not near the start?
Maybe. They're not in Norfair, they're not in Criteria, and they're not in Rex Ship.
That leaves only 2 places for them.
Well, 3, but
3, yeah.
We're running out of places. This is a Meridia map.
Oh, Fire Fleas, are you going to be another power bomb?
That's a major.
Nope,
it is bombs, though. That's still very useful. So what does... There's our first boss. There's our second boss, too. Meridia hiding a couple bosses, but I'm not seeing any X's. Unless there's one on the far left. Nevdi hasn't panned that far yet. Nope.
Nope. No X's. Oh, no, there is an X. By the save.
If Nevdi can't get that, though. It's powerbomb locked.
Yeah. Norfair has an X.
Yeah, Nevdi, there are 2 bosses there, but doesn't want to fight them on this low equipment. Really wants to find those power bombs.
Nice plasma.
Plasma gonna be nice for Mo. So yeah, it looks like Nevdi's headed to Rex Ship now. Has to pick up these items here again. Definitely want this E-Tank, given that we're running around with 99 health. Even with double suit, you don't want to be just low health running around all day.
Well, as we do some exploring, I just want to do a quick recap. This is game 2, best of 3. Mo took the first game in this series so far. Please go follow the runners. Tell them that they're doing a good job. You follow us here at SpeedGaming. You can join the Discord if you want to check out the map Rando. Follow my co-host here, Derp, and the tracker, Divine. I don't know if Divine you streamer or whatever, but you know, follow him anyways.
Nice little use of speed booster there for Mo, bringing those blue echoes into the escape room 3 to break through that speed block at the top right away. Gets this major here, just an X-ray. I'm a little bit surprised that Mo isn't putting more emphasis on going straight to the X's that are accessible. Here's our Bryn map, by the way. We find a Ridley. I don't see any accessible X's, though.
Yeah, this is we're looking.
Yeah, Nevdi is spending a lot of time on this map, but unfortunately, no matter how hard he looks at this map, there still isn't anything he can grab that he wants. Unless he sees something that I don't. Can get the major at Mama Turtle, but I don't know if he can get back.
Why is he teasing this poor yellow sponge?
Yeah, I don't know. He was farming the bug, also just jumping around the sponge. It'd be annoying. All right, so to Mama Turtle we go. What will be here? I believe this was a major and a hollow. So knee tank or reserve. And it's a pretty good major. The space jump is going to be nice, but again, I'm not sure how we get back with these items.
Both players now at 2 E-tanks.
It's going to be nice. Looks like Mo's headed back to Norfair. Didn't like what he saw in the rest of Wreck Ship. Those bombs are going to be really useful. There's actually an item in Wreck Ship main shaft, the spooky missile. That's an X, so that might be our logical power bombs.
Oh, so this could come down to just happening to go the right route to get to the right item in order to get to power bombs, and then that's the game.
It could be. Nevdi is trying to do something pretty awful here, by the way. Okay, got the gate glitch. That's the... Well, Nevdi... Is there a way to get through this, the speed blocks in this room? I thought he was going to try from that room with the green gate. Try to get store a short charge and bring it from there. Because he can't get up this, right? Yeah, it's
no.
The tube. Can't get through that without power bombs. So you can... Oh, this sucks doing it from up here. You can store a short charge from this room up here and bring it all the way down to the speed blocks on the bottom level. But it is really tough.
That is gross.
Yeah, it's not in logic. Nevdi, of course. Okay, I was going to say, if he did it first try, I was going to be kind of mad.
And there it is. Spooky Missile had power bombs.
Okay, Mo is cooking. Mo is in business. Still need to find that charge beam, though. We'll see where Mo decides to go from here. He's seen so much of the map, but there's so much to go back to, and it's kind of hard to decide what should he go back to first, basically.
I would start clearing bosses and looking behind bosses and near X's and X's that are nearby bosses.
Well, here's the issue. Mo hasn't seen a boss. There was nothing in Wreck Ship, and the only other map he's gotten is Norfair, which also doesn't have a boss. He's actually doesn't have the ice, so he's gonna fight Botwoon to get to this map here in Norfair. This sucks on 10 supers. You have just enough ammo to do the fight, basically, and if you miss too much, you are stuck. There is a save right before it, though, so Mo should be fine. That super miss is not what you want to see, though. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, Botwoon is Botwooning.
Yeah, really, like, you just have to start taking hits on Botwoon to get into a good position. I feel like to hit these supers. Okay, well,
Very
Mo
nice. Clutches it out.
Yeah, that was scary, but we got there.
And there's that spring ball that Nevdi glitched into.
Yep, worth noting that Nevdi had to reset that space jump, so it doesn't have that anymore either. Alright, well, Mo sees the fun zone with all the majors. We'll see if he wants to go for that, and I would probably do it in this case. There's just so much over there that I think I would be... it's too tempting not to go to. Oh, Nevdi doesn't have an E-Tank, so he can't get up this,
Oh no.
He can't get up to Korra, which we saw Mo do. That got to the map. I didn't see where Mo got his E-Tank. Oh no, I did see where Mo got it, because he got it from Botwoon E-Tank.
Right.
But Nevdi never went back for that. So...
Man, that reset may have cost Nevdi the race. We'll see.
I mean, he had to reset. There was no other way back.
Yeah.
But... yeah, this is really awkward. I think this is just barely possible with 99 health and no high jump to get up. But you can see Nevdi has to get up here without sparking, so has to do this tight gravity jump. And then these tight wall jumps. We got that far. Now we have to get as high up in the Korra shaft as possible.
No!
Just not enough.
Nice screw attack here.
Barely possible. Yeah, Mo getting the screw attack has made his way over to this major land. Does have to go through Shek Jewel, it looks like, actually. Oh no, this is Gauntlet. Never mind. We're good.
So this kind of once again came down to unfortunate routing and just not having the right ammo to get through certain areas.
Yeah, Nevdi full resetting basically every E-Tank he's seen. You're seeing it cost him a lot right here. Mo, honestly, these majors weren't the best. High jump and screw is nice. Also finds Spazer, which overrides the plasma, so we don't want that.
Yeah, unfortunate pause, but I mean, not that he knows it, but he's pretty good on knowledge and just where he is. But anything could happen. We'll see.
Yeah, Mo still looking for that charge beam. We're not anywhere close to being able to finish the game on ammo.
Yeah, and we don't want to be close to finishing the game on ammo because that's going to take too long.
Well, I mean, it depends. A lot of the majors on the rest of the map are pretty far away, from what I remember. But either way, Mo definitely taking a commanding lead in this race.
Mm-hmm. I still think finding your charge beam, even if those majors are far away, is a little bit more of an advantage because of the 7-second per ammo that you pick up.
Well, we have the item fanfares turned off for Map Rando, so it's not nearly as costly, but you do need to go out and find all of them. So it can be difficult to find enough ammo on the way without going pretty far out of your way.
Mm-hmm.
But you could say the same thing about charge if the majors aren't close.
That's true. And we don't know where charge is at all.
No, we do not. Looks
Even
like
if
Mo
we knew, not the racers don't know.
Yeah, looks like Mo is going to Criteria. So gonna get that Ice Beam soon. That's gonna be a really nice item to find. We'll actually be able to get a couple items that Nevdi was not able to get.
And it looks like Mo's planning on going directly towards the map room.
Nevdi gonna take a couple of resets now. Oh boy. The good news is this does bring Nevdi back towards an E-Tank if he wants to grab it and then go back.
Yeah, that might be the thought. Just trying to get that E-Tank to be a little safer.
Ammo getting the Ice Beam, getting the rest of the ammo from Big Pink. Even got a second missile that Nevdi wasn't able to get. Nevdi actually getting this E-Tank. That was in Meridia. We saw him pick this up a couple times. I'm kind of surprised he reset it both times. Maybe a bit of a mistake there.
I'm guessing for the first time it was just because, like you said, kind of got stuck in a soft lock in that one in the areas with no ammo, and then the second time was okay. Now I need to try and play catch up and take some risks, and the risks didn't pay off. So now we're back here again.
Yeah, the first time he did go too far down Meridia, couldn't get back up and had to reset. The second time, just picked up the tank again and then never grabbed it. Okay, there is a very far major in Criteria, all the way on the other side of the ship through Pants Room.
Yeah, I don't think Mo's going to go for that. Probably going to go to the next area and look for a map.
Yeah, I don't think so. He's going to grab this close major. I imagine he probably picks up the 2 close E-Tanks in pre-high jump. That's right off of the red tower. Through the power bomb blocks. Nevdi saw them earlier, but again, not able to get them.
So this is full beam combo minus charger now for Mo.
Yep. And actually, I think we've seen every major, right? So that far major in Criteria is charge. Mo doesn't know that though, because he hasn't seen space jump. He does have springwell and screw. Actually, yeah, it's just a 50-50 for Mo, so I might be more inclined to do that, knowing that it's just a full 50-50.
Yeah, it does look like that's what Mo's going to be doing here.
Yeah, I kind of lost track of just how many majors Mo had seen. So yeah, I like this play a lot more, given that this is a very high chance of being charged from Mo's perspective, and as we know, it just is the charge beam.
Yeah, it has to be at this point.
Yeah, so to answer chat, this game 2 seed has been really mean. It looks like there's only one accessible logical power bomb. Mo was able to find it after a lot of exploration. Nevdi has not been so fortunate. But now with that power bomb, the rest of the seed opens up, and Mo is pulling up a pretty big lead.
Yeah. Yeah, with a couple of resets, unfortunately, that just kind of put Nevdi in a bad situation. Yeah,
Nevdi resetting a lot of dead ends, but also resetting a couple items he could have kept, and you see that cost him pretty big here. He came to this wreck ship a lot earlier, but didn't have an E-Tank to make this spark up to the map, and actually had to go back and retrace the steps. So that's costing even more time that Mo is just exploring, headed through the game, finds that charge beam. That's a full go mode.
Yeah,
it's a full go mode before Mo even sees a boss, by the way.
That's fine.
Mo has not been to any of the areas that have bosses. Because he hasn't been to Meridia, which had Kraden Dragon, and hasn't been to Brinstar, which had Ridley. And then
but by process of elimination, I think he would know that now, because he has all the other maps, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it doesn't have Turian map, and Turian has Fantoon and Motherbrain, it looks like. I don't know where Turian even is, though. I won't lie. Yeah, Mo headed back out of Criteria. This major was the last item of interest. Last point of interest, I should say. So, yeah, now that he has that charge beam, just headed out.
Yeah, I think from Mo's perspective, it's now just finding where the bosses are.
Yeah, no question. You've got literally every item in the game except for Space Jump. He does have Spring Ball, if I'm not mistaken, because he fought Botch Wound to get the Norfair map, and that got him Spring Ball in the way.
It's hard to say because I'm not sure if he jumped over it, but yeah.
I don't know why he would. Oh, here's Tyrion. So unfortunately for Mo, this is going to be Fantoon and then Mother Brain, so he's going to have to backtrack out of this to fight the rest of the bosses. But I don't know how much it's going to matter. Nevdi is just still too far away from all of the progress that Mo has made. So even if Nevdi routes the end game better, because he knows where the rest of the bosses are, like once Nevdi finds power bombs, he'll actually know that he needs to go to Meridia and Brinstar before going to Turian. But even then, I don't think that's going to be enough for him to catch up.
Right. And I mean, does Nevdi, from his perspective, know where all the majors are at this point?
I mean, he knows that there's the big pile of majors in Norfair, and then I don't know if he remembers that there's a farm major in Criteria, but that is the last major. So if he does see it, then he'll be able to go get that.
Yeah, that's true.
Saw Mo skip a power bomb, by the way. Extra BM for Nevdi, who's still hunting 36 minutes in. Here's the Fantoon map. Still looking for the boss itself. It looks like it's actually in Alcatraz. Down towards Bomb Terizo. So Mo unfortunately went straight for the map and is now going to have to backtrack a bit to get to this boss, but that's not a huge deal.
Right.
See if Mo's able to do a one-round Fantoon with the full beam combo plus X-Ray. It's a little bit tricky. You do have to hit Fantoon with a missile first before you can do the X-Ray.
Easy.
But Mo has no troubles with it. Yeah, chat bringing up a good point. We know that Mo is very far ahead, but in Mo's perspective, he has no idea where Nevdi is or what he's done. All he does know is that 38 minutes in, he is just now not even fighting his first boss, finding his first boss. And he's going to find out that this is not the area he wanted to go to first, because there's the Mother Brain, and the rest of the bosses are still missing for him.
Yeah.
So I don't think Mo feels very good in this situation, even though, again, he is very far ahead. Nevdi is out of Wreck Ship. Probably going to head to Wreck Ship main shaft, so hopefully going to get those power bombs sooner rather than later.
Yeah, now that we have bombs, it's completely possible to get it now. It's just a matter of going to get them.
Yeah, and it looks like Nevdi is headed that direction. This leads to... I think this just leads straight to main shaft, actually. If I'm not mistaken. So Nevdi not going to be happy to find these power bombs this late. But the good news is he is finding power bombs before 40 minutes this time. Better than the infamous Nevdi morph from his last series.
Oh man, just throwing a bomb on top of the power bombs after the amount of trouble. I cannot blame him for doing that.
Goodness. Okay, so Nevdi knows... Again, Nevdi does know everything he needs to know about the map in terms of bosses. He just needs a way to fight all of them.
Yeah, which means finding charge, which, if I recall correctly, he does not know where charge is and has two different locations he can go towards. It's either the one item in criteria or the three that were in the side there.
Yeah, it needs to find charge or find enough ammo. And the other thing about Turian, I noticed, there are a lot of X's. That is a lot of the ammo that you would love to find early on in the seed. That is not going to be accessible for Nevdi because he's not going there until he has enough to beat, or until he beats the other bosses, I should say.
Right. And we need enough to fight Ridley without charge.
Yeah, if Nevdi doesn't go to criteria, which, again, he shouldn't, it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get enough ammo to fight Ridley.
Yeah.
But I think that's just what Nevdi has to do. He's going to get the bad news that all the majors over here are everything but charge. Oh, man.
Now, I mean, if you were in Nevdi's shoes and you see that everything here is not charged, but you know that the rest of the map is pretty open, would you remember and want to go to Far Criteria?
The thing is, even if he remembers about that Far Criteria major, I don't think he goes for it because it just feels so bad. You have to go not only to Criteria, which is away from the other bosses, you then have to go all the way through the area because it's all the way on the other side. It's so bad. And I think the super here is going to seal that decision here. Nevdi's just going to believe that there's a few more supers on the way. I don't remember exactly how many X's were in Bryn. There were a lot that weren't accessible because they were blocked by power bombs, but we'll see how much Nevdi can do there. The same going for Meridia, which was also mostly inaccessible without a explosive. Mo, meanwhile, gets to that Meridia map. He's going to find the Kraden Dragon, as well as the Bryn Star, I believe, connected to this area. Or it was somewhere near here. I don't actually remember where. So we saw Nevdi in Bryn at one point. I didn't see how we got there, though. Goodness.
I still think this is going to come down to being pretty close. Nevdi knows the entire map. He knows now that, ammo go mode is really his best bet of catching up and trying to finish the season first. Mo still has 3 bosses ahead of him, doesn't know where that last one is.
Yeah, this definitely is a lot closer than it looks, but I think it's still a pretty comfortable advantage Mo. Remember, Mo has already fought that Fantoon, is now in Meridia. He's already gotten all the way to the map and now all the way to that far Kraid boss. You see, there's no X's here. We saw this earlier. And now it's doubly relevant for Nevdi. Obviously, the first time it was because there was no power bombs. And now it means there's just no supers.
Man, ammo light is never fun.
Yeah, playing ammo can be really difficult in Map Rando. We actually had some changes recently for Season 3, which there aren't a lot of Season 3 races going on, given that most people are just racing these multi-category modes. But the regular generation is changed, so a few missile packs are changed to supers. So instead of there being 50 supers in the game, there's 70. But even then, that makes going ammo a lot better. But even then, it can be really tricky in situations like this where the ammo just doesn't show up where you need it to.
But hey, if this looks fun, there is a good way to learn. I'm sure many of the racers are more than willing to show you some of the tricks, or at least show you where to go to learn the tricks. So if this looks fun and something that you might want to do, definitely join the Discord and check us out over there.
Chat asking if Nevdi forgot he has plasma. No, but he doesn't have charge. So can't do an X-ray, unfortunately. Or do a microwave, I should say.
Yep. So instead of fried shrimp, or instead of microwave shrimp, we're getting fried shrimp on Nevdi, and then we're getting a microwave shrimp on Mo's side.
Yeah, so Mo gonna have a much faster Dragon fight, and then it's just gonna be able to leave the area while Nevdi still has to go all the way back for Kraid. Didn't quite get the one round microwave, but that's alright. Is going to make sure that Dragon makes it all the way on screen. That was something we have seen happen to other runners before, where you kill Dragon off screen, and if you don't know, that causes Dragon to try to get to the center of the screen the wrong way. So you would have to wait for Dragon's position to underflow for her to get back to the center, which takes
gross.
18 minutes. So that would be
Oh
a
my
pretty much
God.
game over for Mo, who has not saved in a while. But he does the smart thing. He waits for Dragon to get to the center of the room, and there is no problem there.
All right, so that's 3 bosses down for Mo now. We just gotta go fight Ridley.
Yeah, Mo still needs to find Brinstar. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's right here. Okay. That makes sense how Nevdi got here so fast after leaving Meridia.
First try on the green gate glitch, or blue gate glitch. Whatever
No, it's a green.
color that was.
Yeah. Always nice to get that first try.
I think someone
Brinstar's here.
I think someone told me it's either first try or your 50th try.
It really is. We've seen in the past, we've seen people spend like 30, 40 supers on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mo finds that Ridley. The other thing is, there still weren't a lot of X's in Bryn. Like, there's just so many X's in Turian. That's where they're all hiding. Which is so bad for Nevdi. Mo did have the option to grab the last major there. Could have gotten that space jump, excuse me.
Now, I just want to remind chat, these runners do not know where each other are. They, for all they're concerned, the other runner that they're racing against is ahead of them, and they are behind.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nevdi definitely knows with how late the power bombs showed up. He is definitely pretty far behind. He's eyeing that criteria major now, thinking maybe I just have to. There's just so little ammo on the path.
And this is your reminder, hey, go follow the runners. They're doing this and they're giving great entertainment. So make sure to get top in their chat. Say thank you for giving us a good race so far, and good luck.
Once again, another nice full beam fight here with the Ridley. Just a nice any percent 20-shot fight. We've even got all the movement items, or well, most of the movement items. No space jump still. This is going to be a pretty long seed. It's pretty rare that these seeds with starting items go above 50 minutes. But Mo's probably looking at around like a 56, 57. And that's not even saying he played poorly. Mo played the seed very well, outside of a little bit of ammo mismanagement at the beginning. But the seed was really, really difficult. Those power bombs were buried, and there was one singular power bomb that obviously it took Nevdi a long time to get to, but Mo took his time as well. It was a tough one to find.
Yeah, without going to Fire Fleas and grabbing the Morph Ball bombs, and then going back to Wreck Ship to grab your power bombs.
I mean, you even saw Mo get those bombs pretty early, but still was just checking all of Wreck Ship to try to find those power bombs, and they just weren't showing up. And yeah, it looks like Nevdi is in fact just going for the charge. It just doesn't like how the ammo works out. Just has to go bite the bullet and grab this right now. which is going to be pretty bad because remember, Meridia and Bryn were right next to each other in Norfair. Those two portals were very close, so not only is Nevdi doing this backtrack, he's doing it at a time when the backtrack costs the most time, essentially. This feels really bad for Nevdi, I can assure you he is not happy having to come over here, but we'll at least be happy to have that charge beam. Alright, Mo has made his way out of Bryn with the Ridley kill. Nevdi has taken down Kraid, it is worth noting. Was able to do that in Meridia alongside the Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Still
so
gonna
I
have to go...
it's just
Sorry,
Ridley and Fantoon.
For Nevdi, yeah. Mo has taken down Fantoon and Ridley. It's now just headed back to Turian for Mother Brain. Nevdi still hasn't re-equipped the Plasma. Still just running around with Spazer. Kind of funny. I assume now that he has the charge beam, he's probably going to re-equip that.
Mm-hmm.
Mo is... Okay, this is the fastest way back to Criteria. Cutting back through Meridia here. Because that corner of Norfair, where Meridia and Brinstar was a one-way, because it was single chamber, so to get to Brinstar without going through Meridia, you'd have to go through crumble blocks, and you can't do that on the way back out. Right. So Mo is not lost. Mo is going the right way. Just looks a little bit awkward. Looks like we have the tracker all correct now, other than Kraid. I'll get that right now. Again, big shout out to Divine on tracking. I think, obviously, people are giving him some crap now, but this is... Divine did just volunteer for tracking today. I don't know if he has any experience doing it with any other randomizers. So, a big shout out to him. Big shout out to all the people who have done tracking for this tournament. It is a very big help.
I mean, shoutouts to the whole team that puts this thing together, because it's not easy. Trust me, I know. I used to run a charity marathon, and it was not easy.
Yeah, we are eternally grateful to SpeedGaming for all the work they've done restreaming these races for 8 years now. I think since the first Super Metroid tournament on SpeedGaming. They've been helping us out for a long time at this point, and so big shoutouts to them. Mo has made his way back to Turian. Fantoon is already dead, as we saw earlier. So just need to make it to Mother Brain. I didn't see exactly how to get there, but Mo looks confident. Looks like he knows where he's going. Nevdi, meanwhile, has made his way back to Bryn. Now hunting for Ridley. Knows where Ridley is, and is on his way now. Oop. And here's Mother Brain, up here, connected to Bubble Mountain.
Mm-hmm. So this is going to be an interesting path back to the ship, I think.
It's not going to be too bad. There is the one Criteria connection, and then you're going to have to... If I'm not mistaken, you just go up Big Pink to the top left, and then basically straight left, and that takes you to the ship. We'll see if Mo wants to do another quick pause to make sure he knows the path after Mother Brain is defeated.
And just to explain to chat what's happening as far as the guess goes, we're going to be guessing how much time is on the timer to get back to the ship.
Yep, the timer is based on how far it is. Obviously, in these race seeds, it gives you a pretty high amount of leniency. So it's not going to be a tight escape, but just a general marker for how long the escape is going to be. Nevdi finishes up Ridley. He's now going to have to backtrack all the way back to Criteria to get that get to Turian.
All right, that's Mother Brain phase 2 down, which means that as soon as we get to no health, Mother Brain is dead, and we get the escape timer.
Yeah, what will it be? I think it's going to be around 1:30.
Time bomb set. It is 1:55. Anyone who guessed 1:55, you win absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I see a couple guesses in chat. Mercurius, Tim the Enchanter, both guessing it right on the money. Might have been someone else that I missed. So Mo
His name
is
Go
ahead.
No, I was going to make a joke.
Okay. Like I was saying, Mo, the underdog in this race, the 11 seed compared to the 6 seed of Nevdi, it's looking like this is going to be a 2-0 sweep.
Yeah, 2-0 shutout from the underdog seed is huge.
Yeah, really big for Mo. We'll be going up against Nitro in the next round, which is a lot of people's favorite to win this tournament, actually. A lot of the people who are running in the tournament are looking at Nitro as the person who is most likely to win. We've seen how good Mo has been doing with limiting the pauses. We saw the pause time in this first seed. It was 57 seconds, I think. Nitro is also very good at pausing, so that is another thing. That could be an interesting seed, or an interesting race to watch from a viewer's perspective. We might not get a lot of looks at the map.
And if you're curious, someone had mentioned you win a map rando seed for guessing the time right on the money. You can go to the Varia site. I don't remember if it's a .com or a .net, but the Varia randomizer site is where you can get a random map rando seed and hope you do well.
Yeah, maprando.com/generate. As Mo finishes up first place with an official time of 57:59. I'll take credit. I said it would be a 57, and he finishes just within the limit. And it's going to take the series 2-0.
We are going to be doing interviews here in just a moment. I don't know if we're going to be pulling racers in right now or when Nevdi finishes, but bear with us just a moment.
Yeah, Nevdi did forfeit. Is still going to close out the seed, but not going to be official on race time. Looks like Mo is gearing up for an interview. We'll see if Nevdi joins later on. Yeah, really good race. Go ahead and follow both of these runners. They both put on a great show, and we'll have plenty more to show in this tournament as both are still alive. Nevdi will be on a run through the lower bracket. I'm not sure exactly who his opponent will be, or if it's even decided just yet. But his tournament is not over.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you want to see when the next races are happening, be sure to join the Discord. I believe we have a link in there for anyone who wants to see when the next races are coming up and what channel they're going to be on with SpeedGaming.
We are joined by the victorious Mo, as well as Nevdi. GG's to both of y'all. How are y'all feeling after that one?
Yo. Hate Matt Miranda. It's the worst. RNG, blah, blah, blah.
Classic.
Didn't really like the seeds, but it's alright. Is how it is sometimes.
What's going on?
Oh, how's it going? So yeah, I mean, this seed, or both of these seeds, really did come down to unfortunate powerbomb placement.
Yeah, wait, do I have to have a powerbomb emote now? Is that what's gonna happen to me?
That's what I'm hearing
Yeah.
in chat.
And we need you to finish so we can get it. We can get it in the credits. So
All right,
you
I'll
can
finish. I'll
hurry up with that.
finish. GG, Mo.
GG.
Yeah, I just I watched the first one back in between because I needed to understand like what sort of went on. I just spent like a lot longer in Brinstar. And I did like an extra X check and I missed a sorry, wait, I'm microwaving, give me a second. And then I missed an energy tank, so I killed Croc. So I think it's really difficult to beat you in the first one. Actually didn't feel too bad about it except for my super
Sorry, I
issues.
cannot. I can hear the.
You hear my game? What's up?
Not sure.
Well, Mo's still figuring out the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the big difference in Seed 1, we were pointing it out, was the gate glitch attempt. So you entered Bryn with 0 supers, and that ended up costing you a lot. Had to backtrack all the way to farm them back up.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I was looking, we sort of went back into Criteria landing site at the same time, even after all of that stuff, but Mo went straight to the Criteria entrance and I just sat around for a long time trying to blind PBs.
Right.
But yeah, wasn't helped by what you just described as well.
Yeah, mean powerbomb placement in both seeds. Mo still took a while to get them in that second seed, even though was not quite as bad.
I gotta
just
ask
did a little
Nevdi,
bit
after
fun
that
stuff.
first reset, were you just getting a little
Getting a little what, sorry?
after that first reset, were you getting a little rattled?
No, it was okay. I think going into Bryn and then seeing the map and then trying to spark it was a little dumb because Ridley was there and I felt I nearly got the spark. I probably could have gotten it to hopefully get out of Logic PBs. But I was like, oh, this is dumb. I can't kill Ridley anyway. Let's reset and leave. But then when I went to Rex ship and it was Decora, I had no tanks. That's when I was like, oh, okay, it's over. I'm dead. That was the worst part. I couldn't get up there. I had to go back for the E-tank in Meridian, and I'm like, well, this is a little bit too far gone now. This is a disaster.
Yeah.
But I figured that it was difficult enough anyway. But I just did a little bit too many bad things in that one, second one.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't when Decora was there on 0 tank. That's when I was like, all right, this game sucks.
I do appreciate the bomb on the gauntlet when you
I was gonna be a little bit more stupid and do dumb stuff, but I'm like, oh, maybe I should play properly. Like people will be annoyed if I'm throwing or something, but I wanted to like shoot lots of supers into it and things like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, so Mo, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You are a robot.
Robot.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I actually wanted to ask you specifically, Mo. Those were 2 really good pause times in those seeds. You know, game 1, less than a minute of pause time. Game 2 was nearly an hour-long seed, and it was still only 2.5 minutes to pause. So I gotta ask, is that something you've been working on? I might have cut out.
Please wait while the dial-up cooperates.
Don't worry, guys. I'm just escaping on full focus. I got to get this
No, you're
time
good.
for my power bombs.
Yeah, it was just before 40 minutes, I think. There were a lot of resets, so we'll see how the
Yes.
in-game timer keeps track of it.
Might be-
We got chat holding the gate here.
What's the gate?
Just a joke.
I'm gonna go and check this this X that was here in criteria. Just gonna have a look to see if you could like get. Nah, you couldn't. Okay, never mind. There was like some X's you could have like broken in criteria or even killed Croc, but it looks like they were both supers anyway.
Yeah, it was rough. I see Mo talking, but it's not coming through Discord. But yeah, it was pretty rough in that second seed. Like, there were so many X's all in Turian, which I think at that point you knew that was where the game ended, so you didn't want to go back there.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't work out the charge. I think I went back for charge for Ridley. Couldn't really work out what was
Can you
better,
hear
but
me?
it's really
I can hear
laggy.
you. It's still a bit laggy though, yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Discord.
Okay, it sounds better now though.
Seems okay.
Oh, he's gone.
Well,
So now I can say how I really feel.
hold up. Nevdi Toxic Arc.
I would
Nice
never.
super there in criteria, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I had to check. I had to see if that was like, because you could do the speedball and break it, but it would have been giga punished.
Mo, how you doing? We good? We got it?
I can't hear Mo now, unfortunately, if he's saying something.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah, really rough. Would have loved to. One more shot? Question mark? Still can't hear Mo though.
Yeah.
That's all right. Mo would say, you know, I greatly respect you, Nevdi. You're so good. It was a pleasure to race you. This is the type of stuff Mo would be saying. He did link Darth Vader versus Luke as a picture before we met, so I could be lying, but I have respect for Mo. I think it goes back the other way. I was watching him do the weekly today, and he's cooking. His pause times are getting crazy. His gameplay is very good. Again, I didn't like the seeds, but I think that's part of it. And I think Mo just was better today. So,
See,
yeah.
the thing is though, is that I think he linked that picture with you in mind as Luke in that.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah, he was Darth Vader. I was Luke. Yeah, of course.
Can you hear me?
A little bit.
Hey,
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Did you catch the question I said earlier about your pause times?
Yeah, I listened a little bit. I don't know. To be honest, I was so locked on playing that I didn't realize how little I paused.
This guy, I didn't even notice. Just that
Just
good.
another day for Mo. Oh wait, I gotta close this stream before Nitro sees my pause time.
I don't know what to say. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting such an outcome. I was prepared to win at least one game, but like I don't know how close you were on this second game, but the whole time I thought that you were ahead. I don't know. I don't know how far you were.
Yeah, I just I think we both had problems, but I had more problems. I didn't really manage it very well, and you just like probably did a better job at managing how bad it was. I was pretty far behind. I only just finished then, like 106 or something like that. So I think the first game was a lot closer, but yeah, the second one was pretty rough. I'm quite bad when I don't have explosives. I've talked about this a while. I think it's like very hard for me to use my playstyle without and more. Very hard to do my playstyle if I don't have one of each of the minors. And yeah, it was both games. It happened, so it's a pretty big weakness of mine.
Yeah, this categories I didn't say. I said this before. these categories are really rough. If you try to approach on an aggressive way, you get punished really bad. You can get punished really bad.
Yeah.
But in the same at the same time, if you play too carefully, you get behind really fast.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm definitely an aggressive player. I don't like cover X's. I just assume that the game's going to work out for me. So I think that's statistically better, and it's why I do it. But yeah, in both games, it just didn't work. It really just gated the PBs or the bombs into PBs in both of them.
Mhm.
So yeah, I agree with you, Mo, for sure. And I play the second way that you described.
Yeah,
yeah.
and just for the record, I was just joking with that image of Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. I really wasn't expecting to win the match.
No, I think it was good fun. I love this stuff, so I'm happy you were having fun with it as well. With that meme, I think we both have respect for each other, and I think that it's just fun, man, for sure.
Yeah, it's just, I'm here to have fun. If I wasn't having fun, I just quit. There's no point in playing this amazing map randos if there was no fun involved.
Well said. No, but yeah, I think we've said everything. Yeah, GG's. Good luck going further. I think it's pretty exciting. It's a pretty deep run.
Yeah. See you pretty soon in the losers brackets. Nitro is gonna wreck me.
We'll meet again. Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks, guys, for commentating. I'm literally just going into another race. There's like a lobby up right now, so I'm running it back. The salty run back. But thanks, everyone.
I am.
Yeah. GG.
There is GG. Thanks everyone, the volunteers for making this stream possible, and everyone for watching. Thank you.
All right, I think that is going to do it for us then. Got plenty of races coming up tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. We've got a full best of 3 between Lunix and Unforeseen Menace. Then a few different, I think 3 different series going on at the same time. Albie's Idol, Anthony Emmett, and Cruel Beans Fat Scott. The channels those are on have not been decided yet, but there is going to be a lot of Map Rando coming up within the next few days. But that will do it for us here. Big shout outs to our runners, Nevdi and Mo, everybody involved with comms and tracking, NN from Game 1, Divine from Game 2, Sanaeth, myself, and everyone on SpeedGaming who makes these streams possible. I'd like to say thank you for watching, and we'll see you next mission.
See you next mission, chat.